what could go wrong. So first of all, this isn't for a younger generation. If Fix didn't give you an idea of the tongue-in-cheek sort of humor, think something along the lines of Ren and Stimpy meets South Park, and that's sort of what you've got going in here. It's crude all the way through. It thinks it's smarter than it actually is. There's a few times that it goes for themes that are, I guess it's trying to preach a little bit with its themes about life, about things that reflect with us, and a good movie can do that and find its balance. Unfortunately, it never really lands on either of those. So then what you get is this crude humor in amongst the animation that is fine. Like, there are moments that you will laugh out loud, but not because of the particular joke that's landing, but because the dogs are doing some things that dogs normally do, and seeing human characteristics on these animated dogs is funny somewhat. There are moments where I found myself sniggering, but most of the time it wasn't because they were delivering a line of dialogue or there was a joke being portrayed on screen. It was more like, hey, I've had dogs in my lives as pets, and I recognize that thing that they're doing when they're weeing on the bush. I've always wondered what's going through their minds. Are they hating the fact that I haven't gotten up off the couch yet and taken them for another walk? There are things like that in this movie that work well to reiterate the love relationship that man's best friend brings. There's some funny moments with cats in this, a continuous joke that continues to run through. There are moments that feel like the jokes are for a much younger generation than this film is pitched for. So unfortunately, it doesn't know what it is. It struggles to find its feet in any sort of demographic of who it wants to be for. It wants to be for a younger generation, but because of the crude humor, it won't land on that. The animation reminds us of the old school Ren and Stimpy in places, then has that kind of crude sort of animation jokes that you would find in South Park. But South Park at least is clever in places. It is crude in places, yes, but it's always a great reflection of what's happening in society. And here we have something that is trying to be quite clever with its themes, trying to nail some of these demographics, but ends up having a massive identity crisis. So it just makes me sad for the voice work artists because they've done a great job with what there is.